Good evening. Welcome back to the West Side Story, your source for things that are happening on the west side of Santa Clara. Been gone for a while. Jack Parr, the great TV host, after being running off the set, started back up like nothing had happened. And his comment was, "Before we were so rudely interrupted." This one was on me, not on the producers. One of my personal heroes, Walter Mitty, used to start every show with, "Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. North America and all the ships at sea. Flash." Well, this isn't all the ships at sea or even all of North America. This is an attempt to provide some local news, and most organizations, the newspapers, even the internet outlets, fail to provide it. So I'm going to do it. Let's start with the crime report because it was interesting. All the way back on March 29th, which is a little further back than I'll ever go again, but we had two people steal a car and then drive it into the jewelry store there on the corner of Wolf and the El Camino, sort of where the Spivies used to be. And their intent, they had stolen the car, they wanted to steal jewelry from the jewelry store. What they hadn't counted on was that the owner of the store's husband was actually working that day and seemed understandably upset by this, so he pulled out his gun and started shooting. Eventually the miscreants were caught and brought to justice, but it's kind of almost like something you'd see on television. So anyway, moving forward, on the 9th of this month at 2344 the El Camino, we had a failure to appear, 2 times felon, and that person was actually taken to jail. No tickets or anything like that. On the 10th at the Chase Bank there in Flora Vista in the El Camino, we had a possession and again failure to appear. On the 10th also at 2897 the El Camino, we had a failure to appear. Also on the 10th at Swallow and Wood Duck, we had a possession of narcotics arrest. And the state has done something kind of interesting. If you have more than 2 prior convictions for narcotics, you come into a separate group. You kind of, incur an additional penalty. And that was the case over there at Swallow and Wood Duck. At Flora Vista and Willett, we had another felony failure to appear arrest. At 2140, which is the Walgreens down on the El Camino by Scott, we had a shoplifting arrest, and when they arrested the fellow, they discovered he had tear gas without a license. So he got both sides of the sheet there. On the 11th at Homestead and Kylie, about 7 in the morning, we had a person arrested, and the description is fugitive from justice. I'm not quite sure what that means, but the report indicates that the person was taken into custody. On the 12th, we had a failure to appear on felony charges at Benton and Lawrence. And then also on the 12th, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Benton and Lawrence, we had a possession, and again with the enhancement for the 2 additional previous convictions. A little bit of good news. The Kaiser Hospital Group has started work on a new facility on the El Camino up by Mary. If you go by, you can see the bulldozers doing their thing and all that. What it's going to be is actually a rehab location. People who can be brought there will be brought, say for stroke rehab, being taught how to talk again, working through aphasia, working through their hands. I think it's going to be a great facility, and they're going like gangbusters, but we're still probably a year out from seeing it open. And then this weekend there's a great event. It's called the Silicon Valley Open Studio. Local artists are getting together to display their artwork. One of the things that's a little bit unique about this deal is that the artists who cannot or do not have a studio, can't afford one, that's okay. They're allowing them to team up with other artists who do. And a long list. I think we've got like 150 people in the county who are going to be displaying. I always believe in supporting local business, so this might be a good chance to get out and do that. Again, thanks. We'll see you next week.